I'm not going to squeak the chair today.
No, don't do that.
I'm sitting forward on this chair. Need more of you? I see that.
Center it. Center it.
Yeah, but from this view, I don't look like I'm separate. I look like I'm off the camera.
No, it's look at the space between on the ends of this on the picture. That's what you see.
I see.
We need this maximum space.
Oh, max space.
We want the max space right there.
We're talking over our singers.
Sorry.
Many people come to me and they say, "Hey, how do you guys sharpen that pencil? It's so big."
Well,
That's a top secret inside information we cannot give away.
I have a beaver.
Ward, weren't you a little rough on the beaver last night? You sure
Hey-o.
were. All right.
Good morning or good day. I mean, you could be watching this anytime.
Good evening.
You don't have to be watching this in the morning. You could be watching this 6 months from now. We don't know, and that's fine.
Boy, it's almost Christmas.
Yeah. Ding dong, ding dong. Yes, Mike and John got it going on. Brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
That's what they say we got it going on.
Yeah.
And you know who they are.
Yeah. You know.
We have stickers that prove it. All right. So.
Right.
You want to get to the news early, or do you want to talk about our trivia question today, which you had no
I stayed out of. I made one little laughy.
Yeah, you made a
emoji.
laughy.
I made an emoji laugh.
See, you just couldn't resist.
That was my one little. I'll do that now.
You're like, oh,
but
that's
I'm out.
funny.
I'm out.
That's
You didn't even tell me the answer till this morning.
No,
I didn't even ask you.
I don't even know the answer.
Okay.
I just asked a question.
We just
We're making it up as we go along.
Right.
Now, of course, we've teamed up with Cooper and Binkley Jewelers for Mother's Day
Yeah.
to give away that beautiful necklace designed by Zagani. We will reveal the answer and the winner after Gigo News, which is brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
All right, here's what's going on. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel toured the La Casa Center Domestic Violence Shelter Wednesday as part of Denim Day observances, but she also used the occasion to comment on a recent controversy over childhood education that's gained national attention. Denim Day was created in 1999 after an Italian court overturned a rape conviction, saying because the victim wore tight jeans, she must have helped her assailant remove them, implying that she consented. Each year, around the anniversary of the court's ruling, organizations, businesses, and others wear blue jeans to raise awareness about sexual assault, consent, and victim blaming. Nessel was given a personal tour of La Casa Center's domestic violence shelter by President and CEO Babette Schrant, who presented Nessel with the Changemaker Award after noting her commitment to victims' rights. When asked a question about classroom education programs to help break the cycle of child abuse, Nessel took the opportunity to comment on a recent controversy prompted by a local lawmaker over what should and should not be taught in classrooms, saying that she thought she was probably in Lana Tice's district right now. She was. And said, I want to say how important it is when we talk about certain things that you can never say in a classroom. If you can't ever have communications about anything sexual in nature, that means you can't talk about how to prevent being abused. Nessel was referring to the issue that became national news last week when State Senator Lana Tice gave an invocation in which she said children were under attack from forces that desire things for them other than what their parents would have them see and hear and know. That prompted a walkout by several Senate Democrats who were protesting what they saw as a deliberate reference to proposed legislation modeled on the Florida measure known as the Don't Say Gay bill. That controversial Florida bill allows parents to sue school districts if the child's exposed to instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity deemed not to be age appropriate. Nessel said her concern is that to completely stymie all discussion surrounding those topics could harm efforts to prevent child abuse. More details are emerging about what prompted a state lawmaker from Milford to be kicked out of the Michigan House Republican caucus. The removal of State Representative Matt Maddock, who was in the running to be House Speaker next session, means he is no longer allowed to meet behind closed doors with House Republican members to discuss policy and upcoming votes. In addition, his House GOP website was essentially deleted, while his access to central staff for communications and policy analysis was terminated. House Speaker Jason Wentworth of Farwell confirmed Wednesday Maddox's removal was due to a violation of caucus confidentiality rules, but didn't provide any details. However, the Detroit News is reporting several House Republicans have expressed concern over Maddox's support for Republican challengers vying against incumbent lawmakers in the August primaries. Recently, Sunday, Maddock had sent a fundraising email urging support for a Trump-endorsed Republican candidate for the House and Senate, including Mick Bricker, who is challenging incumbent Republican State Representative Greg Van Workum of Norton Shores. And work crews have I-96 down to one lane, or will have 96 down to one lane, in each direction through the work zone between the I-275, 696, and M5 interchange and Kent Lake Road this weekend. MDOT says eastbound 96 will have one lane open from Kent Lake Road to Wixom Road, 8 p.m. Friday to 8 a.m. Saturday. All the on and off ramps will remain open. Westbound 96 will have a lane open from Beck Road to Kent Lake Road from 6 a.m. Saturday to 8 p.m. Sunday. There'll be intermittent ramp closures to and from Wixom, Milford, and Kent Lake Roads as part of that work. The schedules, as always, are all weather dependent, and you can find the full details at mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And that's what's going on.
It sure is, John.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm changing my haircut appointment here.
Oh, are you?
All right, yeah, because we got to go to the bank tomorrow, right?
I feel attacked.
So I'm sorry. I'll get to this.
I haven't made a haircut appointment. I think George W. Bush was president last time I made a haircut appointment.
You dang hippie. So did Dana Nessel ask about me yesterday?
Oh, yeah. She was like, where's Mike?
And what'd you tell her?
I said, Mike who?
Who? All right, so Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
Yes.
Big things going on. Before we get to today's trivia question,
Okay.
be sure to stop by tomorrow and congratulate Kathy, who has been at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers for 20 years. That marks her 20th anniversary tomorrow. They're having a big celebration. Also, you'll be able to check out some of the great artwork from first graders from Spencer and Hawkins Elementary for the Portraits of Mom, their annual Portraits of Mom going on. Do you remember when you would do make something for Mom?
Right,
when
right.
You were
These are really cool portraits. As a matter of fact, I saw Cooper and Binkley yesterday was posting some pictures of the gallery, and there were folks in there checking it out, and it looked very cool. So another great community project from the folks over at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
And while you're checking that stuff out, congratulating Kathy. You can get a great gift for Mom.
Right.
And there's big savings going on
Absolutely.
if you do so at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
What kind of savings are there, Mike?
Well, if you spend $300, you'll save $30. When you spend more than $300, or when you spend $200, you'll
Right.
save $30. If you spend $300 or more, you save $50. $500 or more, you save $100.
The more you spend, the more you save.
That's how it goes at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers for Mother's Day.
Pretty good deal.
And we also have our
Sorry.
we also have our giveaway going on, and your chance to qualify
Right.
for that beautiful Zagani necklace. And the question yesterday, and I posted this pretty early yesterday, so a lot of folks had a shot at
Right.
giving us the correct answer.
All right. You asked.
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry. We asked.
The question,
He asked.
which he's not allowed to share.
I'm not allowed. Recent studies found you'll have better than average survival rate following a heart attack if you have what? Now,
I liked some of the great answers, but we're not doctors here on this show. Sure, we could wear medical jackets if we wanted.
Right.
Maybe a stethoscope.
many medical-based answers, and very serious. Aspirin,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
type O blood, good doctor, nitroglycerin.
Sex. If you
have
have sex, you have a better chance of surviving.
Honey, I'm having a heart attack, quick!
In case I go.
That's it.
Let's
So,
get this in before I hit the road. Right on the pavement.
I mean, and some people had some very earnest, answers.
Yeah.
Physical fitness, your body can better tolerate the lower oxygen levels because it's conditioned to more efficiently handle an anaerobic
Wow.
state. Very interesting.
Yes.
And I'm sure correct, and we appreciate all those, but
We didn't back
do
check
you
that
people know us or what?
So,
One interesting answer, and I had to look it up, was I'm trying to find it now. Yes.
Oh, no, don't.
Non-ischemic priapism, which I'm like, what the hell is that? I Googled it, and I found out what that is. And so we'll just leave it.
just picture two bathtubs on a beach and a couple walking hand in hand. So yeah, you would need that.
Our friend Molly
Which
said a sparkly necklace from Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
that would be a great answer.
Yeah.
It's not the right.
It's
one.
not the right one, but
The right answer,
Is.
and first to have answered it correctly, is a dog.
a dog.
Dog.
I have a dog.
I do too. We have a great chance.
Oh my God. Sorry, people. We're going to be around for a while.
Kimberly Fisher Walker,
Yeah.
the first to guess a dog, and our next qualifier for the big giveaway with Cooper and Binkley Jewelers 1 week from tomorrow. We'll be drawing that Mother's Day giveaway for the Zagani necklace. So congratulations to Kimberly Fisher-Walker, our winner this time around for
Yes.
Mike and John's Trivia for Mom's Day, along with Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. We're going to give Rich Perlberg a call for the less you know, and whenever we talk to Rich, we know less.
That's how that works.
Or maybe we know less than him in general.
Yeah, that's true too.
But Rich Perlberg joining us for the less you know. How you doing, Rich?
Good morning.
Hello, Rich.
Uh-oh. It seems like he's
I have
connected.
everything right
Yeah,
here.
it looks
Rich,
good to
take
me.
us off mute.
Are you, we really are knowing less
Yeah,
today.
we really are.
The
The call failed.
Yeah.
I've
It's
been
okay.
there before. Let's try him again and
All
see
right.
if we can.
Give it the old Mike
The
and
old
John
college try.
There you go.
If we went to college, we wouldn't be sitting in a basement. Well, John's going to be graduating from college pretty soon.
Yeah.
He's got the tassel. Practice the move.
See if this works a second time.
I don't know if it's going to work a second time, but we have volume here,
It's
don't
not,
we?
Yeah.
It's not us. It's
Yeah,
him.
no.
It's us.
No, it's not us. It's him.
It's him.
It's him. It's always him.
He
It's
doesn't
never
know how to
us.
answer a phone,
It's
apparently.
never us. We know that.
You know what he did? Phone went off. He was like, "I'm sleeping. I'm done."
Hi, this is Rich.
Uh-oh. All right, well,
All right,
we'll see if he calls us
Yeah,
back.
because we're not
All right.
calling a third
No,
time.
no.
Because that would be desperation.
We're
Would it
not.
or would it not?
You know, that's the old, like, you think, gee, dang, maybe they called right when I had.
Want to thank Firehouse Doors. They will answer your call.
Yeah, they
have
will.
on many occasions over the past 24 years. Located here in Livingston County, serving residents and business with great garage door service, new garage doors as well. They're your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling overhead doors. For the past 21 years, Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized distributor for CHI overhead doors. Call 810-599-7480.
That's right, Firehouse Doors.
I think we have Rich on the line
All
now.
right,
Let's see if Rich knows how to work the phone. Hello, Rich.
I'm kind of remedial in this stuff.
All right. Did you have to climb to the top of the telephone pole, like on Green Acres?
Well, the can in the string connecting
Right,
the can was
yeah,
a little,
right.
Little
flaky
tethered.
now.
You went with the low budget plan, and this is what you
All right,
get.
here's what we're going to do after the show today, Rich. John's going to send you, we're going to email you that how-to video. So how's
What
things?
is this email you speak?
Email?
We're going to send a carrier pigeon over to your place.
Okay there, Flash Gordon.
That'll work.
All right. What's on the docket for today?
Yes. What are we learning less about?
What we learned less about.
There's so much, I know.
How to use cell phones.
Right.
We talked about something that's probably going to be really too exciting for your audience to get through, but so they might want to prepare themselves.
All right. Sit down,
The
everybody.
Brighton School Board recall.
Yeah.
Election.
You know, you hear about these the recalls and all that kind of stuff. Are they really worth it? I mean, it's a lot of time and effort, and you know, half the time you only have like 3 months till the next election. So,
That's an interesting take. I think as a basic thing, recalls like referendums, initiatives are critical parts of our democracy. They're a tool that the public can use if your elected officials are non-responsive or running amok, you know. But I'm kind of a feeling that recalls should only be reserved for the most egregious of circumstances. I mean, you've got elections, just like you said. That's where you decide who you want and who you don't want is during an election. To run amok on recalls basically seems like sour grapes sometimes.
Well, yeah, and I agree with you. But as you noted, I mean, the recalls, you know, that mechanism has been provided to voters in egregious circumstances. And, talking to the organizers of the recall, specifically against school board trustee John Conley, they would say this is an egregious circumstance. That, you know, here's an individual who is flippantly responded to a former teacher in a way that is, anti-Semitic. It's brought a reprimand from the Anti-Defamation League, and they say this is, that even though that's the specific thing that they're bringing forward, that it's a representative of a pattern of conduct that they say is unbecoming of the office. and that's why they're moving forward on this effort.
Yeah, and I'm sympathetic to him, and let's be clear, I'm not a fan of either Trombley or Conley's positions on the board. Trombley I don't know very well or at all. I've known John for a long time. We disagree, but I can respect some of his positions. But he made a flippant and ill-choiced use of terms in an email to somebody arguing about, I think it was a mandatory mask.
The board was talking about a potential mandatory mask mandate.
Yeah. And he referenced, he says, "Where are we, Hitler?" or something like that. Stupid thing to say. I think it's terrible to use terms like the Holocaust and Hitler. Those are horrible examples and should be reserved for things like that. But is it recallable? You're going to use that standard on every elected official, or just the ones you disagree with? I mean, and Trombley, what's he being recalled for? Because he said he didn't read the packet?
Right. That is the stated reason.
Half the elected officials will be out of office.
I was going to say
half.
Isn't that
Half? Boy, you're being generous.
I was going to say, isn't that like reading the terms of the agreement?
I just think it's like, we don't like his position on masks, so we're going to find a reason to recall him.
So how much more time does he have on the board? Let's look at that.
Because board terms are 4 years, and I don't know when they got elected.
Yeah, we don't know when.
There is a time, but I'll give an example, and it goes and it tangentially actually talks to one of your former employer, not currently, but the Jablonskis.
Yeah.
Way back years ago, there was a bunch of people who ran for the Pinckney School Board, and they were all about privatization and a bunch of other things. And we did not endorse them at the paper, so of course they won. That was the way it used to go.
You want to lose? Let us endorse you.
And they started implementing their stuff. They're going to privatize buses and lunchrooms and all this
janitors and stuff like that.
And people got really upset and started a recall against them. And even though we didn't endorse them, we came out against the recall. We said, what's there to recall? They're doing exactly what they said they would do when you voted them into office. The recall failed, and in the next two elections, which in that case only took like 13 months, the board got totally revamped. Marcia Jablonski got elected. I think it was Tasha LeBeau was her name, and Cologne got on the board.
Yeah.
And they totally undid everything that board did and did it in the proper way, and moved Pinckney to a much more positive direction. But I mean, they were the original folks were going to be recalled for doing exactly what they said they would do if they got elected, and that's. Recall. Now let me give you the other side of the story if somebody wanted to counter my position. There's a high standard for getting recalled. I think they got to go out and get several thousand signatures on petitions. That's a hard thing to do.
Right.
And then you got to get people to do it. So I guess if that many people were upset that they would actually remove someone from office, but I'm a big believer in the election process, and if people got elected, then the proper way to get them out of office
is the next election.
It's the next election.
All right. So what would be a scenario by which you think it would be proper?
Well, you're damaging people's rights, damaging the future. I'll give you one example. I think it was Tennessee. It was one of the southern states. A governor wasn't going to be run for re-election, but he still had that period of time between when he lost the election and when he was going to leave office, and he started selling pardons. Literally, there were people in jail, and if the lawyers came up with enough money, he would pardon them.
Well, that's a pension plan. That's a 401k way to. That's a retirement plan.
Some people thought that a problem. It wasn't a recall, but they met in the emergency session and removed him from office. So things like that.
Do they have?
If you quit showing up for meetings, if you're not doing your job, if you leave the area, if you're doing things that could cause immediate irreparable harm, then recall them.
So where time is of the essence.
Right.
Well, time and what's going on. Conley wrote something in an email he shouldn't have done. I'm not sure what that change is. I mean,
Right. Well,
No, I mean,
and I looked it up.
And let's put it this way: people call made Trump, when people made references to Trump as Hitler-like. Should those people be recalled from office?
Yeah.
Well, right, no, it clearly there's there
There's
can
a lot
be
of gray area
there
with
can
this
be a
stuff,
double
you know.
standard
I mean,
applied in that sense for
Yes,
sure.
yeah.
I looked it up, and both Trombley and Conley were not that I didn't know this off the top of my head, mind you, were
Double
elected.
checking the facts.
were I know, strange, isn't it? Were elected in 2020. They were elected to a 4-year term each in 2020,
Yeah, so
I
they got
believe.
a ways to go.
So they got a couple more years on the board. And again, the organizers of the recall, they would say their answer would be that time is of the essence, that the pattern of behavior, specifically to Conley, but also to Trombley, and again, I'm playing devil's advocate on their position, it would be that the pattern of behavior that they have demonstrated is only going to continue, and that, removing them from the board is of the essence if you want to try and restore some balance or semblance of respectability to the board.
And clearly they were 100% within their rights. I mean, the rationale for recalls is, for good reason, pretty loose. If you have to reach certain standards, governments would never let you recall anybody. There's a self-protection, self-preservation thing that comes into play, but so they're totally within their rights to recall for this reason. I just happen to disagree with it.
Right. Speaking of recalls, this week, Governor Whitmer, of course,
Yes.
was the target of several recall petitions last year, none of which came to fruition, but she used a loophole in the law to collect a huge war chest of money to fight off recalls that never appeared.
Cavern.
Yeah. So, almost $4 million, which she then transferred, using this loophole, transferred to the Michigan Democratic Party, which then is going to transfer
Wow.
it to these other groups that will then advocate on behalf of, let me check my papers, Governor Whitmer.
Yeah. I was going to say, doesn't it look like the recall had funded election funds? When you think about it.
Well, think of the strategy. All you got to do is get into office and get one of your buddies to launch a non-serious recall attempt, and you can raise unlimited money.
Right, and the story came back up this week because they're trying to close this loophole. I know Representative Ann Bolin put up a bill to basically say, look, if you're going to start collecting this money, you're going to have to create a specific committee and report and be under all the reporting rules. And then there was another bill that came up that said, look, you're going to have to limit these contributions and put them under the normal cap. So and I'm sure that this bill will pass, and it will.
And it should be stricter. I mean, it's Whitmer should be ashamed of herself.
I mean, that's what I'm going to say. When you talk to progressives or Whitmer supporters, they'll say, well, hey, that loophole was there, and she was facing a, why are you criticizing us for using the rules? And if you want to change the rules, go ahead, and we'll abide by the rules once they're changed. But we were just using the rules that were in place. But it does seem unseemly to raise the money and then transfer it to the Democratic Party. Might it not have been, I'm just asking, a better thing to have raised? Okay, you raise the money to protect yourself against a potential recall. They don't come to pass. Might a better course of action to have said, I'm going to take this $4 million, I'm going to donate it to a nonprofit group that's helps feed people, or I'm going to give this money to
fix the damn roads.
To
did
step
that come
up,
from?
right. But I mean, you're right. But as a political thing, to me, it would have been that would have been a greater political bonanza to have said, I'm going to donate these funds. I don't have to do this, but I'm going to donate these funds to to help out. I don't know, a group like, say, I don't know, Torch 180.
How about that?
It's pretty hard to say that you're in favor of election finance reform and then run rampant with that.
Well, there's still time before the next election, right?
John, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that loophole was an opinion made by Secretary of State Richard Austin. I didn't know secretaries of state had legal weight behind their opinions.
I mean, that's precedent. Usually those opinions do stand unless they're overruled by a court or another law.
I thought Attorney General released it. I'm not aware of Secretary experience.
I mean, yeah, I'm certainly no lawyer, so
Obviously they could use it. It took some court decisions to
right.
do, but
And the courts upheld it.
If indeed there was a recall, a legitimate recall campaign launched, then that money could be used against that recall. But there never was. So yeah, this was totally a way to fudge campaign finance limits, and it was exploited by Whitmer.
Right, and
spare me any talk about how they worry about Republicans with dark money. This is about as dark as it gets.
Right, and like I said, I don't begrudge her for raising the money while the recalls were, in the process of it. Like, okay, you got to protect yourself, use the rules, do everything you can. But once it was clear, and I think by January 1st, when no recalls appeared, that's it. They're not going to appear.
So you got that money sitting
At that
there,
point,
what are you going to do with it? And she decided to
she made a political decision, obviously, and I don't think it was a wise one. And well, there it is.
Time will tell.
I think we're totally in agreement. That was just it had it been. It should have been on the other foot. If Rick Snyder had been using that money,
well,
the Democrats would be screaming about bad government and corruption. And
that's of course that's a catering bill for Rich Snyder, but so
catering bill.
So
they all got more money than we'll ever see. So that's how the politicians
speak
roll,
for
baby.
Yourself, fella.
Sorry, I forgot. We're doing this in a high class.
Here's we do a podcast in a basement.
You're doing high class, and you're talking to a guy whose phone system is apparently
right.
You had to get online and pay the bill before you could answer their call.
Quick,
send the funds. All right. Well, as always, a lot of fun, Rich, and we don't know any more than we did when we started.
A little bit more.
I lived up to the name. It's better than peeing with Perlberg.
Yeah, well, when there's a wee bit of an answer, we'll be all over that. So don't worry, we'll stream it right here on the podcast. Thank you very much.
I think the connection is starting to break up.
I don't blame you. If I could, you know what? I can walk out too.
Yeah, right.
Rich, I'm waiting for coffee. All right, Rich. We'll do it again next week, my friend.
Talk to you next week.
All right,
Okay.
take care.
All right, thanks.
All right, see ya. All right, yeah, we were talking yesterday with Uncle Bill for School of Fools,
right.
And he's not going to be here next week, but we did have an offer for a substitute teacher.
Right, our substitute Jeff DeHanan said he would step up
so substitute
and be
teacher.
the substitute.
All right,
so
we'll go for that.
We'll talk to him next week, and I think he'll be substituting in on May 4th, next Wednesday.
Ooh.
May the 4th be with you. So we'll see.
Yes, it may.
Okay.
If you've got car trouble, Murphy's Family Auto, the ones to call. Schedule your appointment today, 517-552-3040. Or don't wait till there's trouble.
No.
Get things checked out and get ready to go for the season. Murphy's Family Auto, your car knows.
Right. Tell Mike and John sent you. You save 5% off your bill.
They will give you that 5% even if we didn't send you.
Yeah, well.
But tell them we sent you anyway.
Well, you should.
Did you hear about this?
No. Just being honest.
Of course you didn't, because you're not as into these things as I am. A company, the Tropicana Company, you may have heard of them. Tropicana?
Yeah. Don't they make OJ?
Yes, they do.
Orange juice. They probably don't.
They,
make
no.
We did.
They have announced a new product that's going to be hitting the market on May 4th.
Oh. Is
Isn't
it
it-
Star Wars related? Of
No,
course
it's not.
Oh, it's not.
It's
Okay.
called Tropicana Crunch, a honey almond cereal designed to be eaten with orange juice instead of milk. You ever been so tired you put orange juice in the bowl and then put your cereal in there? Me either. But that's what they're hoping people do.
I'm gonna say no.
No, orange.
No, not gonna do it.
It's made flavored to
Okay.
be especially
Right.
complimentary to a bowl of orange juice. I wouldn't do it,
Right.
but certain people may.
Well, sure. What about a screwdriver?
Now that could be bar food.
Yeah.
You think
I'm
about
eating healthy.
It can be breakfast. You put a little vodka in with your
Sure.
Tropicana orange juice, some crunch to
No,
go
wait a
with
minute.
it.
So it's the cereal itself is already made with orange juice.
Well, it's called Tropicana Crunch, so it's supposed to flavor. It's supposed to go well with orange.
right. So you don't even need. You just put the vodka right in, and it's a screwdriver in a bowl.
People are going to start thinking you have a problem with your little vanilla
Oh, I forgot.
shooter there. There's how much more has been missing. That thing was.
This
full
is how
of-
much coffee I have left.
Wait a minute. We
Not
got to get a
much.
shot.
Yeah.
Look at the bottom of this coffee
It's-
cup.
it's a bit
I gotta
sludgy.
say, I don't want to.
No, yeah, don't spill it.
Yeah,
Don't spill
we
it.
can't. I can't. But it's. Yeah, I don't want to spill it. Maybe we need to get a bird's
There
eye
you go.
view.
Do that. Yeah.
Now,
It's
now
slud-
tip it a little bit. There is a sludge
There's
at
a
the
sludge
bottom.
in there.
Yeah, that's. I don't know how you do that. Now coffee cereal. That's to thin it out.
It's not so sludgy now.
It's like paint thinner. So while we're talking to that, why don't we thank our friends at the Greenhouse for being one of our sponsors?
Well,
Greenhouse
yeah.
in Walled Lake.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
They call me Fellini. Yes, if you need helps with aches and pains.
You need some helps with?
I haven't even drank it yet.
Aches, pains,
Wow.
trouble sleeping.
It's
See
pretty
our
strong.
friends at the Greenhouse. 100% locally owned and operated.
That's right. Of course, Jerry Millen, involved in Michigan's cannabis community for more than 15 years as a grower, caregiver, and an advocate. And he's hoping to bring his services directly to Brighton and open up a center. And of course, there's a meeting coming up, and we'll be talking with Jerry in the next week or so. And if you're having a sleep issue, call or stop into the Greenhouse and talk to one of their bud tenders about sleep gummies. They have a wide variety of flavors and dosages, and they can work with you to develop an individualized regimen. Located at the corner of Walled Lake and Pontiac Trail, the Greenhouse serves everyone from soccer moms to seniors. They want to serve you. 833-644-7336 or online greenhousemi.com.
If you've had too much coffee, wow. Is there anything left in there? How's the sludge?
It's gone.
Sludge is gone. See, it's just like turpentine. See,
That was one of BB King's lesser known hits.
Blah-blah-blah.
The sludge is gone. Sorry.
Today, April 28th, your 2-cent history lesson. For today, it's Biological Clock Day.
Oh.
There is such a thing, and it's ticking. Great Poetry Reading Day.
Oh.
Great poetry reading.
There was a man from Nantucket
Yes, there was.
who said, "Go and..."
Kiss your mate. It's Kiss Your Mate Day.
Right.
It's National Blueberry Pie Day.
Mm.
Have it on the mode.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I would go. Blueberry pie's okay, but it's got to have almond.
Now, do you like blueberry pie with the crust on both sides, or just...
Oh yeah, you got to go crust both sides. All pie has to have crust on both
No,
sides.
not strawberry pie. You can have strawberry. I was a baker, you know.
Well, I know you can have it. I understand that. I'm just saying, I would prefer crust.
Sure, if you'd like to eat some more fat and lard, go
Well,
for
yeah.
it.
Well, yeah.
That's why
That's
you
the
add
whole
the
point.
ice cream.
That's what pie is.
So you can put sweet fat on
You go,
the
hey,
fat.
look, we have this healthy fruit. How can we sandwich this in between lard and sugar? You go, oh, wait a minute, I'll make a pie.
National Bulldogs Are Beautiful Day. Yes, they are. Bulldogs are beautiful.
Yeah.
Hold
Oh,
on.
oh, you've got some.
We've
you
got a bulldog here.
Yeah, we do.
It's a Brighton Bulldog.
Right.
Isn't that bulldog beautiful? What would you name
I don't know if
that
I'd name
bulldog?
it beautiful, but.
I'll put it right in the center because you said we had to have space.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll put those over there. All right. National Bulldogs Are Beautiful Day. If you had a bulldog, what would you name it?
Dexter? Lilo?
Dexter the Bulldog.
Dexter and Lilo. If I had two French bulldogs, I'd call them Dexter and Lilo.
Sure you would.
My
How about
friend-
an English
My
bulldog?
friend has two French bulldogs.
Okay.
She calls them Dexter.
It's on
It's a little shout out to my friend.
I see. You want to give a wink too? The famous mutiny on the Bounty took place on this day, 1789. What happened was somebody spilled something and they cleaned it up and had a mutiny.
Captain Rosie. Captain Rosie.
Get the quicker picker up.
Mr. Christian!
Yes. Rebel crew took over the British HMS Bounty.
Right.
What did HMS stand for? Hold my stuff is what HMS.
RMS was Royal Mail Ship. We
No,
learned
this
that.
was
We learned that last week.
his-
HMS was His Majesty's ship. That
That's
means it's a
right.
Navy ship.
Captain Bligh was set adrift.
I think so. Let me
Yeah. You're gonna look that up?
Yeah.
His Majesty's ship.
I believe
What
that
about Her
that's-
Majesty's ship?
Or Her Majesty's. It works whoever the sovereign was at the
There
time.
you go. That's why they had an H.
Yeah, it works out either.
1919.
You don't have to repaint all your ships when
you put an
Yeah,
HMS.
you're like, oh, that's a good
his
thing.
or
That,
hers.
well, that works
Maybe
out.
they had his and hers major ships.
Yes,
Masters.
Her Majesty's ship.
Yeah,
Or
see.
His Majesty's ship, whoever the sovereign is. Because I don't think
The
there was a
man with two
female
fronts.
sovereign between Queen Elizabeth I and Queen Victoria. I think they were all men.
About time the ladies
The
took over.
dudes.
The first parachute jump was made on this day in 1919 over Dayton, Ohio.
The first one's got to be tough.
All right, here, put this backpack on.
Right. This is going
See
to work.
this string? Go for it.
Right. I swear it's going to work.
Johnny Knoxville was the guy who said, had one of his friends. Here, hop in that plane.
It'll-
Let's get up a little higher.
Right. It should work. I think it'll work.
Yeah, what it is, it's a giant tablecloth
Right.
with some strings on it.
I tried it with my G.I. Joe and it worked fine.
I forgot about G.I. Joe and the parachute.
Oh, yeah.
Repacking that thing. What a pain. 1965, U.S. President Lyndon Johnson ordered 22,000 American troops into the Dominican Republic to stop a communist dictatorship.
Communism? Or was it to
They were
secure the corporate rights of...
Suspected communists turned out to be imaginary. They might be there.
Maybe
Yeah.
serving U.S. corporate interests? No.
1973, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon album went to #1 on the U.S. chart. It enjoyed a record-breaking 741 weeks, selling over 20 million copies worldwide.
This is me listening to Dark Side of the Moon. Like 1978.
Money.
Wow.
It's a gas. 1990, Guns N' Roses lead singer Axl Rose fell in love and married Erin Everly, daughter of one of the Everly brothers, Don, I believe it was. They were at Cupid's wedding chapel in Las Vegas. They listened to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon and then divorced in January of 1991.
Get your hands off of my stack, Jack. What? Oh, sorry.
9 months of wedded, well, stormy.
Well, they lasted longer than Cher
9
and,
months.
and Greg Allman.
That's true.
So-
But Axl had more tattoos than either of them combined.
yeah.
The Agriculture Department unveiled a new, famous pyramid-shaped recommended diet chart on this day in 1992. That's the one where you see the pyramid
Right,
with
the
all
food
the
pyramid,
recommended.
yeah.
It's 1992. You know what else had a pyramid on it? Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, you're right.
It was the prism. Remember?
And so did money. You know, money has a pyramid on it with a big eye on top. It's a conspiracy.
You know, it was also featured in National Treasure
Wait a
with
minute.
Nicolas Cage.
Wait a second.
I recorded that.
There's a map on the back of this.
Look at that. 2004, iTunes Music Store marked its first anniversary with over 70 million songs sold.
Right.
That's your 2 cents.
That's about a typical hour now. So.
That was what, 2004?
Yeah,
Is that what I
2004.
said? 2004.
You did.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I have to say that if I added up all the iTunes songs that I've downloaded or purchased,
Right.
maybe 15.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
I haven't given them that much money. I have a lot of albums and CDs.
I do
need to
too.
download
I
them.
have the CD collection as well.
Yeah, you do.
I won't give it up. I gave up my albums. Of course, you know, I gave up my albums. My brother calls me the other day and goes, hey, you want my stereo? Yeah, I'm getting rid of my stereo. You want my stereo? And he's got a nice stereo too. I mean, it's an older one, but
It's a
nice.
Panasonic
And I'm
2000.
like, I got rid of my albums. I guess not. I shouldn't have got rid of my album, but
We shouldn't have got rid of those.
Oh well.
All right, that's your 2 cent history lesson.
Yes.
For today, hey, if you're looking for a nice gift for mom, something to remember,
Get a nice gift.
a nice gift from McKnight Lights,
Absolutely.
like our Mike and John night light.
Right.
And I could probably display it.
Do you want to
back
grab
there.
it or?
Grab it. Gotta get up for that.
Okay, sorry
Let's go
about
with
that.
this one here. I knocked down your news director thing.
That's
Fell
okay.
behind the
You
thing.
wouldn't be the first.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the Mike and John night lights.
You can't, if you hold it,
Just-
yeah, you can see that we took that picture and they turned it into a really cool nightlight.
Now, if I hold it like that, you can see it really good.
Yeah, 3D printed nightlight.
There, now it's even
Hey,
better.
here, I tell you
Now it's
what.
over better.
Actually, and we don't have, I can't plug it in right this second. Can you turn your flashlight on your phone?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, let's try that.
I think I can. Hold on.
I think I can.
Where's the flashlight on my phone?
I think
oh,
you
there
do-
it is,
yeah,
right
there you
there.
go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Look at that.
So,
Ooh.
if you hold that up here, hold on.
Yeah, look at that.
There you go.
This is live podcasting.
right.
This is how it happens. So,
That's
Mike
right.
and I gotta go now.
And for the people that are listening to the podcast, they're like, what are they doing?
I can't turn this thing off now,
Sorry.
John.
You've got to watch the YouTube to see that. That was almost
there we
exclusive
go.
YouTube
Okay.
content right there.
Almost.
Yes, but again, 3D printed night lights, of course, from McNightlights.com. Turn an old family photo into a wonderful gift. It's a great new way to bring old photos back to life. They're $20 each, or $15 each if you order more than one. And you just go to McNightlights.com. You can place your order today. Super easy upload process. And they'll have it ready for you within a couple of days. You can pick it up at their location at the old airport building at M59 in Grand River. And hey, Mother's Day is around the corner. This would be a really cool, neat gift to give Mom, an old family photo or a new photo, maybe the kids, whatever.
Photo Mike and John.
Oh, of course. You can imagine Mom how excited she'll be when she
Yeah,
goes,
sure.
who are these
Look,
idiots?
these are my adopted sons.
Right.
We'd like a college fund and a retirement fund.
Right.
All right.
McNightlights.com.
All right. So that's the show today.
Well, that's part of the show.
Oh, it's part of the show.
It's part of the show.
We have more.
We have other things to talk about.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
sir.
I mean,
Thank you.
you got to get somewhere?
I got it going on somewhere
yeah,
else.
you do. Yeah, you do. I know.
Do people come
Yeah.
up to you and say, "What's going on?" and you just say, "I do"?
No, not really, but maybe they
I
will
don't
now.
either.
Maybe they will.
They say, "Hey, what's going on?"
All right, couple things before we
You're looking at it.
before we get rolling. Here.
Okay.
All right, couple of things. There is a spaghetti dinner fundraiser
That's
that is
two
coming
things.
up. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
That's a couple.
Yeah.
Look at, I have Rocky's gloves.
I
on my
may.
fingers.
Okay.
Look at.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Look. I have Rocky's gloves on my fingers.
Wow. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, back to the spaghetti dinner. This is for Chief Am.
How old are you?
I'm about 6 today.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, May 14th, there is a fundraising spaghetti dinner for retired Fire Chief Greg Ambergy with the Putnam Township Fire Department. He's battling esophageal cancer. Great guy. I served with him on the Red Cross board. He is just really one of those stand-up guys, and it's time for the community to stand up and support him. Again, the spaghetti fundraiser, May 14th. That's at the Putnam Township Hall from 5:30 till 8 p.m. So we hope you can make it out there.
Yeah, just $10 for a donation for the dinner and
Absolutely.
whatever else you can give along the way.
Right, of course. And so, yeah, that's a pretty cool deal. Don't forget, by the way, this Sunday.
This Sunday. Sunday.
I'm over here. I'm over here. Anyway.
Downtown Howell.
Yes, the farmer's market.
John will be wearing overalls and a straw hat with a long weed hanging out of his...
No.
No? Ever wear overalls?
Are you wearing overalls?
I used to have a pair of overalls back in 1978.
I
I
know
had a
that.
jean pair and a white pair.
If I wore overalls,
smooth.
you know what I would look like? I'd look like that guy, the fattest guy in the world that's in the Guinness Book of World Records. That's what I feel I'd look
Well,
like.
You could look like
Remember
Uncle
that guy?
Jesse. If we gave you a beard and a hat, you could be Uncle Jesse.
Okay.
Duke say,
I don't want to
hey,
be
Uncle Jesse.
I don't want to be Uncle Jesse
All
because
right.
then I'd be related to Daisy Dukes, and that would be weird. Of course, it is Georgia. But anyway, I digress. This
No, it's downtown Howell.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
where we're having
Right,
the
Sunday farmers market.
We are going to be there.
Yeah.
Some Mike and John goodies too.
Yes. So make sure you look for us. We'll be walking around. We're not going to have any fixed location.
Oh, no.
They can't hold us down.
We're moving. We're
gonna be
over here.
all- We're over
there.
here. We're over
We're
here.
ducking. We're up. Down.
Yeah. So. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So look for us out at the farmers market this Sunday, and like Mike said, we'll have some Mike and John giveaways, and there'll be our name will be in lights, if you might say, this weekend. So keep your eye out for
Be
that.
in lights.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, if you want our name and lights in your place,
That's true.
get one of these.
So, all right.
All right, that's our
Is
that's our
that-
day today. I think.
Is that the show?
I think that's the show.
Are you
Gotta
sure?
Get the girls in and him. Oh no, let's not use that. Let's use our traditional clothes so you can play the air guitar.
What if I don't want to play the air guitar? Maybe I want to play the.
Play the air flute.
I'm gonna play the air clarinet. Not enough clarinet in rock and roll these days.
Yeah.
Is there any?
I don't
Is
think
there any rock and roll
clarinet.
clarinet? I don't know. I have to think about that.
What was that? Oh, that was the flute on HR.
Yeah, there's a lot of rock and roll flute, and obviously Jethro Tull's the
Oh,
first
yeah.
things that comes to mind. But
Dang hippies.
yeah, but there's other rock.
Was
and
there
roll
really
flute.
a Jethro Tull? I don't think so.
Well,
there was no guy named Jethro.
Well, no, that
They
was.
said, "Hey, where's Tull? Where's Jethro? Jethro, not here."
He's in the cement pond.
Ian Anderson, wasn't he in?
Yeah.
Or was he from Yes?
No,
he
no,
from
no.
something?
Oh, it was. Oh shoot, you're right.
Ian.
No, it was Ian Anderson. What did?
I think so. Who was the guy from Yes? He was another one. He was another Anderson. Hans Christian?
No, you're-
I don't know.
All right, now I got to look up Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull.
It was, Ian Anderson.
See, see, it's still in there.
Yeah.
Still in there.
The rock fluting it away.
Oh, good. Flute solo. Yep, that's an eye roll.
You know, if Kitty and Cougar are listening, maybe they can incorporate a little
No.
flute into
No,
it.
they can't.
You don't think so?
I'm outlawing flute. I'm putting a big red circle with a flute. Nope. No flute.
There'll be no flute.
Some guy right now is thinking of a different flute. And you know who you are.
What the hell did that mean? All right.
I'll explain after the
All right, well, we're
camera's
done.
off.
Now explain.
No.
Oh, you
no.
mean when we're way
when the
done?
camera's off.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know?
All right, we're post-show. You got anything?
I don't have anything.
You know what? We don't got anything.
You know what? Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, this will be our
We
first
can't have
post-show.
everything every day. I mean,
All right, I got something.
all right. This is like show and tell. Yeah, I got something.
See? It's our dry erase board. I'm taking the cap off.
Okay.
And I'm putting it back on.
It was that
There's
it?
your post-show content.
Wow.
Thanks. See, aren't you glad you stayed?